A young woman was shot and killed last night. This one happened near East Livingston Avenue and Beechwood Road on Dork Place.
Police said Boog the Bandit, whose real name is Courtney Bruce, walked into the hospital around 6:10 p.m. with gunshot wounds.
For her to get pistol whipped me and in the chest and multiple times I heard, that didn't call for her. Even though she put up a fight.
On the quiet eve of May 20th, 2021, the streets of East Columbus were rocked by a confrontation that would ultimately claim the life of rising rapper Boog the Bandit, known to her loved ones as Courtney Nicole Bruce. It began like any ordinary evening, with Boog sitting alongside another individual in a car near East Livingston Avenue and Beechwood Road. But soon, that quiet was shattered by the approach of several armed men. The attackers, armed and ready, had one goal in mind: burglary. They surrounded the car, their weapons drawn. As the confrontation quickly unfolded, what began as an attempt to take valuables escalated into something far more extreme. Shots rang out, the sound of gunfire piercing the night air. In the ensuing chaos, Boog was struck.
Yeah, so Wanda Bruce tells me she is sick over the in the city of Columbus.
But even after her life slipped away, Boog showed remarkable strength.
And she does get out of the car on her own free will. She walks into the reception center, and of course, she's covered in. I'm imagining now it's about a 4-mile drive. She's having a hard time breathing.
Despite her critical injuries, once they reached the hospital, she managed to get out of the car and walk herself into Mount Carmel East Hospital in a desperate final attempt to save her own life. Unfortunately, her injuries were too severe. Upon her arrival, just before 6 p.m., the medical team pronounced her deceased. Born Courtney Nicole Bruce in 1995, Boog the Bandit was not just a name, but a force in the Columbus, Ohio rap scene. With a childhood dream of making it big in the music industry, Boog was known for her high-energy tracks that resonated deeply with her fans. But her journey to fame was not without struggle. Boog, a Columbus native, garnered recognition from hip-hop heavyweights such as culture critic DJ Academics, Canton-born rap star Trippie Redd, and others for her superstar-like presence. Rather than fit the mold of a traditional Columbus hip-hop artist, Boog, a self-described pop star, was driven to shape a new sound within the city's musical silos. Although a fan of contemporary rap artists like Detroit's Babyface Ray, she largely took inspiration from Billboard-topping acts like Billie Eilish, rather than build her sound around her past lifestyle in the streets. Boog confronted her feelings of emptiness and need for affection, emotions she described as universal. I'm going to come out and tell you how much I want to be loved, how much I want to love, and how lonely I felt, Boog told the Dispatch during an interview in March. I'm going to come out and give you those bars because I want to talk about the stuff that others don't feel comfortable talking about. Before she made a name for herself as an emerging artist, Boog started out in the urban clothing circuit in 2017 as a model for R&B singer Chris Brown's Black Pyramid Clothing and Rob Kardashian's Arthur George sock brand. Even during these pursuits, Boog always had an eye on music. Anthony T.A. Tate, who has been an executive producer and talent scout for over 20 years, told reporters that he immediately saw Boog's potential after watching one of her music videos. Once Tate brought the Columbus-born artist to Atlanta, put her in a studio, and saw her musical gifts firsthand, he said it was clear she was a transcendent talent. He quickly signed her to his company, Music the Label Inc., in 2020, an exclusive label of Atlantic Records. The following year, Boog was driven to work on her craft and ensure her mother, Wanda Bruce, could quit her job as a medical assistant. As a pop star, Boog wanted people to gravitate towards her artistry and place an even larger spotlight on the city's musical talent. There's not a dollar amount I'm trying to reach. There's not a destination in life that I haven't already been, Boog said. It's just the feeling of being transparent, open, and happy. I'm chasing true happiness. From a young age, Boog had a passion for rap, honing her craft during her time at Walnut Ridge High School. After graduating, she pursued a degree in criminal justice at Columbus State Community College. Yet, music was always in her heart. And after finishing her studies, she dedicated herself to building her career as a rapper. Her breakthrough came with songs like Heart Away, which gained significant traction online. These tracks showcased her ability to blend vulnerability with the gritty realities of life. And soon, her music videos were racking up thousands of views on YouTube. By 2021, Boog was quickly becoming a recognizable name in the rap world, even gearing up for a project with fellow Ohio native, Trippie Redd. But Boog's life wasn't always about success in music. Behind her rising stardom lay challenges. She had spent 2 years in prison for bank fraud, a time that shaped her resilience.
She was loved. Even through her tribulation and trials and stuff, she tried to make the best of things. She made mistakes. We all do.
Upon her release, Boog refocused on her music, determined to build a legacy through her art. She performed at clubs, live stage events, and steadily grew her social media following to tens of thousands of fans. Her return to the scene was a testament to her perseverance, and many believe that she was only scratching the surface of her potential. Despite her past hardships, Boog the Bandit was on the verge of greatness, until her life was tragically cut short in May 2021.
And Trippie Redd being one of the hottest rappers out in Columbus, her career really definitely took off. So, in my opinion, I think that this might have been something planned to stop her come up, because she had a potential, and right when you're about to reach your max, that's when people really want to start hating on you.
When news of Boog the Bandit's passing broke, the outpouring of grief from those who knew her was immediate and heart-wrenching. I feel like I was listening to a superstar in the making, DJ IQ, a prominent radio host from Columbus, recalled. She was a natural at what she did in hip-hop and in life. His words echoed the sentiment of many who believed Boog was on the brink of greatness. Her talent undeniable, her potential tragically cut short. On a somber day in early June 2021, family, friends, and fans gathered at the Affinity Chapel in Columbus, Ohio, to bid farewell to Courtney Nicole Bruce, known to the world as Boog the Bandit. The farewell service was an emotional affair, filled with both tears and tributes as those close to her remembered a life taken too soon. Fans took to social media, flooding timelines with tributes to the young rapper. One fan wrote, "Rest easy and fly high shortly. You are missed down here." And other fans joined in, saying they would miss her always, and that Boog was always on their minds. The raw emotion in these messages made it clear. Boog wasn't just a rising star. She was a beloved member of her community, someone who left a lasting impact on those who knew her personally.
She had a big personality and a big future ahead of her. That's how Courtney Bruce, better known as Boog the Bandit's mom, described the up-and-coming rapper.
Wanda Bruce said her daughter had a hot temper and fiery personality, but that she was true to who she was.
Wanda Bruce says her 26-year-old daughter was stubborn, but loved rapping.
Courtney was a hot tamale, spicy, hot, determined, true to her nature. She knew who she was.
Despite saying that her daughter definitely put up a fight, Wanda never imagined her child being taken like this. But she did worry about her safety.
Because I'm a mom, always worry about her safety, her being small, petite.
She said her daughter's rap career was just taking off and that her daughter had expressed wanting to move to Atlanta, but that she had stayed in town to take care of her mother. Although there are levels of danger that come from moving to a bigger city, Wanda said that she thinks Boog would have been safer in Atlanta, away from where she had grown up. She said that trying to climb out of the pit, there's always something trying to pull you down. Wanda insists she doesn't want Courtney remembered as another homicide statistic. The hit of Boog the Bandit sent shockwaves through the Columbus community, but the investigation moved swiftly in the days and months that followed. The first break in the investigation came in June 2021, when Columbus police arrested 22-year-old Kyson Murphy.
Police have arrested a 22-year-old man and charged him with the death of a Columbus rapper. Kyson Murphy is charged with an aggravated robbery. He's accused of shooting and Courtney Bruce, known by her stage name, Boog the Bandit.
Charged with the hit and aggravated burglary, Murphy was the first suspect to be taken into custody. Court records later revealed that Murphy had fired shots during the burglary and was instrumental in the attack on Boog. According to reports, when they raided Kyson Murphy's home, they found his phone, and on his phone, it said in text that they were looking for someone to set up, and they needed a large amount of money. Murphy's arrest, however, was just the beginning. 2 more suspects remained at large, with police continuing to gather evidence. In August 2021, 19-year-old Jumada Williams was apprehended. According to witness testimony, Williams had pointed a gun at Boog during the burglary, making him a key player in the crime. Both he and Murphy were charged with the hit and aggravated burglary, further unraveling the details of that night. But it wasn't until November 2021 that the final suspect, Sincere McIntyre, was caught after months on the run. The Ohio State Highway Patrol apprehended McIntyre following a high-speed chase in Richland County, where his car was eventually disabled. Police discovered dope and a loaded gun in the vehicle. McIntyre was charged with the hit and 2 counts of aggravated burglary, completing the trio responsible for Boog's death. In court, Kyson Murphy later pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter and burglary and was sentenced to 12 to 16 and a half years in prison. Jumada Williams and Sincere McIntyre both pleaded guilty to charges of an aggravated burglary. McIntyre, who was at the time of the crime, received a sentence of life in prison with the possibility of parole after 18 years. Courtney Boog the Bandit Bruce leaves behind a loving family, including her mother, Wanda Bruce. Rest in peace, Boog the Bandit.